My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. It's time to go in with a Marine. Hell yeah. Alright, how many more muzzle wisps do I... Oh no, I'm already dead. We've only just started the episode. 9 more muzzle wispy boys. Alright, let's go. Let's go get them. And I'm assuming there's nothing in here that I need to purchase. Naturally. Beautiful. Alright, give me a shotgun. That's all I asked for. I've got the training. I've got the extra accuracy. Now just give me a shotgun to match. I think what I really ought to be doing in these early runs in adventures for Gungeons and Dragons, or rather advanced Gungeons and Dragons, is I should just be stacking a bunch of money so that I can get the persistent lower cost for the Nord key as soon as is humanly possible for me. Shoot him! Hell yeah! Looks like we're gonna be stacking some gold here. Actually, that said, it does look like it's a relatively low-scoring run in terms of gold, because I still hadn't had a single piece of gold before this room. Alright, I think that all took care of itself. Well, mostly. Now, there can be a third spawn in this room, and that's a gun knight. I would be really glad to see it. Beautiful. Just because that's effectively a bunch of extra money for me. We'll see exactly whether or not this is a low or high scoring run. It's medium. Got 7 from the gun knight there. Could have been 10, could have been 4, so I'll settle for 7. Not sure if we will go down to the oubliette, but the oubliette will provide us more opportunities to save some more money before we get to the Nord key area, so it's got some value, definitely. Run a little bit of a real loop around that one. My tummy can fit many loop. And now it's just time for the shotgun kin. All right. Shop on this floor. If it has a key, do I buy it? Because I'm cut, right? Do I want to save extra money so that... Oh, nice extra key. Do I want to save extra money so that I can unlock the Nord leaf? Nord leaf? No. That's a item in Isaac, right? So that I can lower the cost of the Nord key in order to get the kind of permanent progression and see what's going on with those secrets in this update? Or do I purchase keys so that I can open chests so that I can see some of the synergies that exist in this update? It's difficult, see? Rock in a hard place, see? Right, let's see what we've got on this floor. Eh. Outside of the keys, nothing tempting. Easy reload bullets aren't really my thing. I guess if I had like black hole gun or something that had a single shot and a ridiculously long period of time in its reload phase, I could make use of it then. Yeah, that was just bad on my part. I went far too low, far too quickly. Let their attacks get out of sync and just had to take a hit. Because there was no way you could convince me to roll forward against that one. Thankfully, I took the hit against armor, which means that it won't prevent me from getting any casing drops from the enemy. Guess this should just be the lead to the other item room. I guess this will give me a good, reasonable idea of how much money I can expect to want to expand this floor. Like, if this is a complete garbage chest, then we've got 2 garbage chests on the first floor. What do I really want to do, right? It's not garbage. Ugh, baby. That's the wax wings. We have to. Wax wings are so powerful. So for 32, we have immunity to pits, to fire, to poison, to lightning, to just so many different things. It's so good. It's not going to help us in this fight at all, mind. It's helpful in general, not in this fight in specific. Now, it's really important to me to try and clear up this arena as quickly as is humanly possible for me. Okay, and now there's no obstructions left in the arena. Beautiful. That's going to make it a lot easier to just strafe away from this enemy while firing as closely as we possibly can. All right, come on. Yep. Taking up another position. This is just a bunch of free damage that you get. As long as you watch the ground under your own feet, you're fine. The only really frustrating thing that this enemy has is that attack right there. Because the ball that splits against the wall can line up with other attacks and be a little bit difficult to dodge. Come on, beautiful. I was just aiming to try and kill the Gatling gun there before the ball hit the wall, so to speak. Okay. Save all of those for later, but I have to imagine they're not going to come in handy. Yep. Secret room, as I expected it to be. These are all mimics, right? No? Okay. Woohoo! Blunderbuss. Nice. And an unfinished gun. Those are probably going to have synergies. If I go to the oubliette, I shoot all of these chests. I'm going to the oubliette. This will also give me a bunch of junk. Effectively, all I'm really losing is the value of this green chest up here. It's the only one that I'm actually kind of sad that I'm missing out on taking. I could probably afford a key. Fine. Look, let's sort out a winning run first and then worry about everything else after. Combined rifle halves lives. All right. All right, I see what you're going for there. It's a reference to Gears of War, right? What? No, it isn't? Oh, my bad. All right, so it's got to have an alt fire, right? Because the alt fire of... yeah, no, okay, so it changes on reload to the proton bullet? Cannot exactly remember its name. That's probably going to be a great room clear. Just look at its ammo capacity. I'm actually going to use it for a while as well. Well, that was a terrifying room. Absolutely mortifying, frankly. Okay, so I've got to keep an eye on what reload we're on. Lest I make mistakes with this gun. I mean, it's really handy to have flight in rooms like these. This gun's pretty accurate, does a reasonable amount of damage. The vaporizing bullet's real handy, though. It looks like it can maximum vaporize 3 enemies. Or sometimes just disappears against the adjacent wall. Okay. Opposite wall, obviously, is what I meant there. I guess a large amount of this weapon is preparation for following waves. Like, I know the following wave after this is going to have some annoying enemies, and I can just instantaneously kill them. It looks like also if you kill enemies with the combined rifle, you can prevent their kind of death rattle effects. No. Okay, that one still exploded with a bunch of bullets when it died. As it is usually wont to. Alright, I'm not certain then. What I do know for a fact is that I have spent a lot of the ammunition in that weapon. I should probably change to something else now. The trick gun, which is obviously a reference to the trick weapons from Bloodborne, and roll bomb, which is a Metroid reference. The roll bombs just drop a bomb every time you roll that can't damage you. Used to be able to open secret rooms, but that was a bug, so it got fixed. Don't want to put myself in danger there. There's no need to. And there's a secret room, of course there is. Streamer luck is real. I'm not even a streamer. Why do I say that? This is just going to be fine to knock people off their pedestals. Blunderbuss isn't particularly accurate. You have to get super up close and personal with a fully charged shot if you actually want to deal damage with it. But what it does have is a bunch of knockback. So you can just knock a bunch of enemies into pits, which is really good in this area of the game in particular. I'm probably not going to extend by going to the Abbey of the True Gun. Although that is before floor 3. Isn't that where the Nord Key is? Floor 3? Or is that floor 2? I can't remember. Down. Easy. Unfortunately, not getting much money here, though. I'll come all the way through here. Ooh, almost got caught on that wall. Wasn't able to roll. What? What blew up that barrel? Was the fact that I was charging my gun in front of that barrel enough to blow it up? Because that's lame. Yikes. Well, guess I can't push barrels around while I'm charging up my blunderbuss. Like, I know you can't do that with heroin, but it has the projectile at the edge of the gun. So the collision makes sense. It's also worth noting the blunderbuss on this floor will one-shot some enemies. On later floors, it will not. So I should, yeah. Okay, so that destroyed the barrel as soon as I walked into it while I was charging up the blunderbuss. Whereas usually you don't destroy things just by walking into them. You can see the knockback is playing a big part of the power of this weapon right now. Just because it was keeping me safe by knocking all of my enemies ridiculously away. But it's not going to be able to one-shot enemies later in the game, so I may as well get value out of it while I can. I don't know if I'm going to find a ridiculous synergy with it. I might not. I shouldn't bank on it. I wonder if there are new Gun Muncher recipes. So in the base game, there were like 4. Like, there were so few recipes for the Gun Muncher, which is basically if you put these certain items in, it will give you this as a response. Or if you give them, I think it was like if you give them a weapon that has like any relationship to cold plus the Colt, it will give you the Cold 45. And there were a couple of other recipes as well, not that many though. I wonder if it has more now. That always, like synergies, felt like an underutilized element of the game. That said, synergies are obviously much more important. Well, that's a mimic. You can just see it breathing, by the way. Like, it's doing nothing right now, and that's why I have to check every chest, but you see, it just breathed. Breathed? Broth? It took a breath? I mean, I'll stick with it took a breath. All right. Good lord. That proton shot does a lot of damage to bosses. It may actually be worth using this weapon as just a proton shot. And then just reloading every time it's not a proton shot until it's a proton shot again. At this point, we're just rolling with it. I'm assuming that it's called proton shot. I didn't want to have to use that, but look, if you've got it, you gotta. We'll kill him with a blunderbuss. Because we can, damn it. I was so obsessed with whether or not I could, I didn't stop to think if I should. Ooh, sticky crossbow. Probably has a synergy with the triple crossbow, if I had to guess. Triple sticky, okay. So is that... Hang on. Okay, so it's not changing this crossbow to have sticky shots. Oh, but it does change the sticky crossbow to have 3 shots. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, so I already know where the secret room is. So we'll go check that. Almost certainly not going to be opening that. Riddle of lead. This you can trust. We'll read its description as well. A relic of the first hero to master the Gungeon, whose skill attracted the envy of Caliber herself, bestows unreasonable courage in the face of danger and the luck to survive it. I'm pretty sure it's just a bit of extra damage, a little bit of extra move speed, a little bit of extra fire rate? No, I might be thinking of the yellow chamber for fire rate. It does give you an HP up. It's just good. It's a bunch of stats. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be opening this. Cool. And down here, this is a mimic, so I don't even have to. Here we go. God damn it! Another infuriating note. Some say I'm a joker, but I'm bottling rage. It's tough getting a mimic to gobble this page. Mimic buzz. Resourceful rat. Cheese. Mimic buzz. Ugh. Gosh, I hate you. Do I even want to buy the key, or do I just want to save 77 for the Nordkiel floor? I might just want to save the 77 for the next floor, So we'll do that, I'm also not going to use the gun muncher, despite the fact that I definitely should have used the gun muncher, because I forgot there was a gun muncher where I should have put my weapons in, specifically the gun muncher. Alright, I can go back to using my base weapon in this. Cheesed them. Gotta remind myself that these can now actually drop money if you kill them before they die. But they're not gonna do so in this floor, so I don't have to care about it anymore. Hell yeah. Those enemies were gonna fire out of sync of one another, so it was really important I try and kill one as quickly as is humanly possible. I could have changed guns to do it, and I actually think it would have been correct to change to like a blunderbuss, move up close, finish it off, then do that. Oh, you suck. You suck so much. I want all of those. The drill is just guaranteed unlocks for the rest of the run, right? I just have to... What is it I have to do? I just have to make sure that I fight? Yeah, it's that, right? You just fight 2 waves of enemies every single time you want to open anything. I could see myself doing that. So let's actually look. The blunderbuss had 12 shots in it. It now has 30. So I think this got 20% filled. I think it might have actually only had 10 shots in it. Do we have any other ones for reference? This got 50% filled, obviously. No, blunderbuss is still our best reference there. Damn it, the explosive barrel that I really wanted to use was popped early by some zealous bulletkin. Okay. We've got our first jammed enemy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's fine. I wonder, the proton bullet from the combined rifle, would that like completely... Hang on. So 27. We'll check in 47. So it was 20% of the blunderbuss was refilled. Good. Okay. So that fills 50% of your active weapon and 20% of all other weapons. Good. Now I know. But will the combined rifle, will its alternate shot just completely eviscerate the... Oh, that's definitely a mimic. You can see it breathing. It doesn't even have a lock on it, though. I'm gonna activate this now. What are you? Because I ain't seen ones without... Whoa, okay. Lowercase r, alphabetical, bullet. Wait, what? It's not saying it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this gun says bullet when you... Oh, right, I couldn't see it because it was in its reloading phase. Good lord. I thought this was buggy, but no, it's just my brain. But yes, it says bullet every time you fire it. Unfortunately, it also does approximately 0.0 damage. So you fire it extraordinarily rarely? It's a really fun gun that is unusable. Alright, let's go in. Damn, I was really hoping to get the ammo con to fight so I could check whether or not this would work. I'm not going to worry about what reload I'm on. I'm just going to worry about my own positioning more. If you can get above or below the Gorgon when she's doing that, well, specifically above, you can completely dodge all of the attacks. No Mimic Pedestal. We get a Shades Revolver, which I'm always pretty happy about. Shades Revolver, like, it's fine, but it also gives you plus coolness just to have it. Because you look so damn cool with it. Okay, there's another room directly above this, isn't there? Looks like I can see the edge of it. Yeah. Alright, so back onto another weapon. We'll go with the base and then go with the blunderbuss on the offhand. So it's worth noting that on the first floor, your basic pistol will 3-shot enemies. Here it's still 3-shotting enemies. I have to. Let's see. I've got the perfect match for you. What do you say? All right, I'll pay you that. Then we've got a chest that gives us the Book of Chest Anatomy, Controlled Demolition. And with the R, the letter R, that's given us research. Okay. So we'll pull out the letter R. Mimic. Bullet. Mimic? Chest. Mimic. Chest. So it now says Mimic and Chest. Mimic. Chest. Does it do extra damage? Otherwise, what is it doing? Chest. Get away from me. I hate that. I hate that a lot. It feels like you have to roll at the exact right moment to have any chance against that enemy. I mean, that enemy doesn't even take any damage to kill, so. don't know about this. I don't know what this is even doing. Now, it is worth noting, at some point, we are going to get to the rate where I start looking these things up in the wiki so that I can remind myself. Well, not remind myself, but teach myself what they actually do rather than having to guess every single episode. But I think we're a couple episodes away from that. So, well, it has the theming of another item, which is the Book of Controlled Demolition, which is when you kill chests, you get better results. So I'm a little torn here. Should I kill this chest? I think I just shot the lock. There's no lock on it anymore. Snowballer, powder, power. That so looks like it'll be a secret room though. Well, I guess I don't need that anymore. I think this just shoots keys. I think it's now an A key. I think that might be what's happened here. There's no argument against just throwing all of that into the Nord key, unfortunately. I have no ability to steal. Yeah, that happens to be the case. Oh, ho, hum. I actually think we blank here in the shop because I think it could be to the south. No, it's not. Okay. There's a couple other positions I want to check. Okay, it's not there. I still do want to try and find the secret room as long as it doesn't take too much of an investment from me. Just because there's a couple spaces that are super suspect, to say the least. Did I ever check above this? I think I did, yeah. Alright, then off to this side of this room. No. Alright, and then just blank the secret room. Not blank the secret room, sorry. Blank the exit room and then leave. Alright then. Did as much as I could, game. I'm considering still using the A key, but I don't think it had its damage increase. I think I'm just feeling the damage effect of the Riddle of Lead and attributing it to that synergy. I think the synergy is just that it became an A key. If I hit a mimic with the mimic, does that do something? And then if I hit chest with chest, is that what it's doing? I don't know. I have no clue for the moment. Thankfully, this enemy is like impossibly easy to dodge right now because I've just got a hard corner directly next to them. Makes my life ridiculously simple, gotta admit. Save myself a little bit of ammunition by kicking them into the pit there. Come on, and damn it, I really didn't want to have to kill that bulletkin manually. I was hoping for the explosion of the shambling round to do that for me. So who am I prepared for this floor and not prepared for this floor? That's something worth going through pretty much every time. The Treadnought is probably the boss for which I am best prepared. Then Cannon Balrog. And then after that, you know, Door Lord, as well as the other one that I can't remember the name of right now. Because it was only introduced in the supply drop update. Nope, I've already lost it. It's the one based after like an Illithid or whatever. I still need more weapons, damn it. So I can't actually open these before I go for the boss. Mind Flayer. Right, it's based off of a Mind Flayer, and it's a Mind Flayer. Got it. Anyway, I hate the Mind Flayer with all my heart and soul. The tone of that commentary suddenly changed. I think the triple crossbow synergy is actually... Oh, that was really bad on my part. I should just be using a different weapon right now. I think the triple crossbow synergy is really good. It's just, I get gung-ho on firing it off as soon as it's humanly possible. Right, let's go to the lower. That's like a really easy and pretty large mistake to make, which is not knowing what your next gun will be. Your offhand should always have a competent gun that you would be happy to use as soon as you run out of ammunition for the gun that you're currently using. I didn't really follow that. Okay. What the hell was that? Are you seeing that? All right, the enemy is now invulnerable for a while. The easiest way to dodge this is just to stay on the bottom of the screen and only react. Don't do anything proactively, just react. Okay, we shredded him. Oh, that's going to be the snowball, right? The further the bullet travels, the more damage it does. Bullets grow in size and damage as they travel. Yep. These bullets draw ambient bullet particles from the Gungeon's atmosphere, steadily increasing in size. Bulletkin have been seen stacking them for fun. Arguments frequently break out over the soul's scarf in the dungeon. There's the bloodied scarf, right? That's the only scarf in the dungeon. The Gungeon, sorry, my bad. I actually think the Proton backpack is like a real good weapon. No diggity, about to bang it up. I really like it. We should go and check this. Yeah, if I shoot it with chest, it opens. But if I shoot it with mimic, it gets so close to dying. I mean, it's kind of worth. I mean, most things from that chest pool are not worth the ammo redrop. So I guess I'm happy with how that went. Okay, is the pattern deterministic? It seems like it's just 50-50. Yeah, it's not guaranteed to be any certain pattern. So I won't be able to tell which will be the unlock and which won't. So I guess I should just keep an ear out. If it's Mimic, I just don't continue firing. Like, I don't want all of the Mimic bullets to hit the thing, the chest. Otherwise, I'll be destroying it with the chest bullets. So it's like an unreliable A key. That makes a lot more sense. What? Okay, that enemy actually got pushed forward by an explosion to run into me. Ugh. Just ugh. What I'd really like to see is a Winchester challenge. For the world's most obvious reason. Yeah. That bullet spread is diabolical. Ring of fire resistance. It's fine. Potion of gun friendship. Napalm strike. Poison vial. I'm gonna take the potion of gun friendship. I usually wouldn't. but it cost exactly what we had. Like, come on. If that's not a sign, what is? Oh, signs aren't a thing? Okay, fair enough. So this will increase our fire rate and damage for a small period of time. But it's also another item we get to hold and hope out to see synergies for. Okay. One in each corner, right? Well, one in most. So that said chest. The mimic shot the bullet off that time. Okay, so it's not if it says mimic or chest. Got it. Hell yes, I asked for a shotgun. I also asked for a Winchester on this floor. This technically counts. You got me on a technicality, Gungeon. You sly devil. Alright. I mean, I should obviously pick up a half heart before I leave. Let's peace out. So what have we accomplished this run, right? Because otherwise I'm just going to be killing the Lich. I guess what we really accomplished this run is, what, 60 cost reduction? For the Nord Key. I mean, that's not bad. That is not bad. Whoop. Further you are away, the better off you are against that. Are you kidding me? How are you still alive? I've shot you like 5,000 times. Oh my god, just be dead already. Okay. What shrine do we have? Alright. That one's give up health in order to refill all your weapons, right? It's been a long time since I've been using that one. RPGs, was a gun muncher. I could probably munch some guns. I'm hungry for some gun munching. Okay, if we miss even a single pellet, we can't kill a basic... Not a basic bulletkin. We can't kill a... Skeleton round. Okay. Just remember, Ryan. Up close and personal. Hell yeah, refill my active gun. Yeah, I missed another single round now. Okay, that guarantees it. Take out the Agonizer ridiculously quickly. Find our secret room. I mean, I could unlock that gun. No, I still need guns. Okay, Winchester needs something on its offhand that's usable. Actually, just going to put the Shades Revolver there. I mean, the Shades Revolver, especially with the extra accuracy that we get courtesy of being the Marine, is pretty usable. Oh, okay, that's some reasonable money for killing a Gun Knight on this floor. Solid 10 right there. 10 per, no less. The problem with some shotguns, not this one in particular, but some, is that the... Hang on, gotta get over here and kill this instantly so I don't lose value. Oh, nice. The problem with some of the shotguns is that the spread of the bullets is not just spread in one axis, but in both. And the big problem there is then not all of them hit the enemies at the same time, and especially if they have a bunch of knockback, the first bullet that hits them will knock them back, and then the rest are less likely to hit because the enemy is out of position from where you originally shot. It is best described as a minor problem at most, definitely. But it can be significant, especially when you have slowed down rounds or extra knockback. Whew. All right, the panic rolls worked. Hell yeah. Give me a warmonger. I haven't fought the warmonger in a billion years, and I would love to see how the snowball rounds with that reflecting shot work. Now, apparently, this is very reminiscent to a lot of people as a displacer beast from D&D. Almost every single time I play D&D, it's been in a non-standard campaign setting, and as a result, a lot of the D&D lore I'm not familiar with, but I'm familiar with a lot of the mechanics. Like, just via cultural osmosis. Like, I know a lot of things about D&D lore, but not the supreme minutia. Oh god, okay. This is why we needed to have a gun ready-made on our offhand to use, so that I had something to immediately panic swap to in that room that was a completely fine weapon choice. Stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Damn. Alright, so we've only lost a little bit of HP. Okay, so this definitely can't be a warmonger fight because we're entering from the top. It's almost certainly kill pillars, but it... yeah. I can't believe I stood on the outside there. I've fought the kill pillars upwards of hundreds of times at this point. And for some reason, I still beefed it. Oh, damn it all. Alright. See how easy of a fight it was? I already know the pattern as well for when they fill the entire room. Oh, gosh. I am so glad I forced the gun here. Hell yeah, heroin. Hell yeah. Heroin is probably, along with Mega Hand, my favorite of the room clearing weapons. Keys. I'll actually save these keys and still use the quote-unquote A-key synergy. There we go. Rattler. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So that means this one's going to be a Pactive chest. The really good thing about the blue Pactive chest, as I've mentioned innumerable times probably, is the possibility that you get a speed up. Gun Knight Greaves, that's pretty good. Gives me an armor right now, and it will give me an armor every single floor until the end of the game. That's obviously not a ridiculous amount, but it's some. Nothing to turn your nose up at. And we're covered. Yeah, good. So now we're down to the forge. What should I do here? Just save all of my money, I guess. Hope for a YV shrine. You can be so slow and deliberate with your shots. Gosh, I love the heroin. In and out of context. I just can't stop doing smack. Whoa, okay. It's also, like, perfectly accurate as well. Like, it doesn't need to be all of the good things that it is, but it is all of them. it also does ridiculously high damage. I mean, it single shots most enemies, and we are on the Forge? See? I think actually it wouldn't be single-shotting the shotgun kin if I didn't have Riddle of Lead. I don't think it passes that damage barrier. It would still single-shot all of these enemies, though. A lot of the time, you can just check for a secret room where there is often a door. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it does. Okay. Come on and get him. No respawn? No. I was about to say, this room is like a guaranteed respawn. Just refill this gun. It's the only one that really matters at this point. We used R-key for a lot of the run. I think we now just get to use the good ones. That was my bad. I somehow forgot about the death rattle effect. Entirely my fault. So the reason I kept my keys last floor, rather than just spending them on the chests to guaranteed open them, rather than risking blowing them up, is because on this floor, I might get a black market, or I might get a shop where I can spend the keys. I think I actually need to be at a certain distance in order to kill that dodecahedron. Dodecaheblobulon? Is that going to be its name? That really fits kind of like the style formatting for the naming of the characters in this game. Okay. Woo! There's an agonizer on the other side, so as long as I hid behind that wall, because the agonizer can only really shoot from its own static location, I was out of its line of sight. Okay. Iron Maiden down. I'm actually just going to try and clear this room as quickly as possible from this corner. Yeah. Just because I don't want to get in the middle and have all 4 Forge Hammers firing shots near me. That's terrifying. Is this our first Muzzle Wisp in the entire run? Yep. It is. Since the Heroine also has such a large hitbox, you can fire at enemies who you're not in their line of sight, but they're definitely still within yours. Which can be good, clean fun. That enemy was standing in the corner of the room. Come on. What's this wallflower doing here? I have sympathy for you in real life, but we're in the Gungeon. Two green chests means we've got a green gun as well as a green pactive. I mean, there's no reason to wait on opening them, right? Is there? I mean, there technically is, because we might find, I don't know, some new item that eats chests and gives you a permanent damage buff or something like that. Or we might find Sir Junkin and want to blow both of them up in order to just try and get some junk. Yep, well, not anymore. We will actually also blank for the secret room. Just because there's a lot of unique secret rooms that could exist. Grey Mauser, silent and deadly. This will allow us to steal from stores. Why do I have another blank? Oh, I just picked up a blank in this room, probably.
Chest.
Hmm? Void Core Assault Rifle, rapid fire, hell yeah. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. A new type of round, Bum Bullets, Bumblecore. These are Some of these bullets contain bees. These shells contain tiny beehives. Guns and bees provide a textbook example of the concept of symbiosis. Look it up. It's just living together, right? Syn is together. SYN, SYM should be the same prefix, right? So it's together. And biosis would just be relating to biology. So it's just living together. Well, I mean, because there's also different ways to define a relationship between two things that live together, like parasitic, symbiotic, or cohabitory. Bio 108 was so long ago, all right? Don't judge me if I got any of that wrong. I might actually just buy the shock rifle here. It's a nice room clear. It might have had a synergy with something that we were holding. It didn't, mind, but it might have, but it didn't. But it could have. We'll all agree that it technically had the potential to. Okay, I'm not even looking at the damage. That's literally the last thing that I look at in a fight like this. I care so much more about just making sure that I'm dodging correctly, making sure that I know where the next attack is coming from and going to. A lot of the time, I'll be surprised when the enemy goes down. Just because obviously I wasn't expecting it. Okay. What? That was such a slim margin on that roll. I'm so mad. That's another master round that we've lost. I'm also still, this is residual from like 4 episodes ago now, but I'm still mad that there's no synergy just for having all of the master rounds. I get that it would be like a win more synergy because obviously if you have all of the master rounds, you're probably already in a pretty good position. But like, come on. It'd be nice to have. Yeah, this might actually even be a 3 cycle here. I was certain we were safe on that roll. Like, I have a bunch of blanks. I would have used one if I thought we were in jeopardy. Hey, okay. 2 cycle, not bad. We'll save all of our blanks for the next floor at this rate. And there's nothing else I can do on this floor, right? Well, say pick up a little bit of HP. So let's go do that. We did it! We've collected all of the available HP from this floor. The fact that we have wax wings, by the way, is so crucial. It doesn't immediately come to mind as, oh my god, this thing is so powerful, but it is. It really is. It's so, like, it becomes immediately obvious in certain boss fights where there are, like, pits or there's, you know, something that could damage you on the floor. It becomes super obvious in those locations, but it's less obvious that, you know, whenever you get a Winchester challenge, you are guaranteed to get all of the targets. That's really good. I mean, unless you're also outside of it pretty good at getting all of the targets. I used to be, but then I took a hiatus to the Gungeon series. Oh my god, the bees get bigger the further they travel as well. I wonder if they're dealing more damage as well from the snowballer. But also, just any room with a pit is just not a problem for you anymore. Most trap rooms, for example, aren't a problem for you anymore. This is just going to be the split room anyway, so it's fine. Cool. As soon as you kill the king, the skeleton goes back down. Or the skeleton, rather. Okay, this is a great room because I can already set up for the respawn. One down. I don't think they spawn in the same position each time either. So you do have to be a little bit reactive there. We've got so many keys and just nothing to do with them. I'm always really proud of finishing this room without taking any damage. We did have to use the potion to gun friendship there, but... oh, God. It's the worst room in hell. Yeah. That was going to happen as soon as I made that roll. That was my bad. The gun knights aren't that difficult when there's not another enemy on the screen, because you can just roll into their splitting shot. But when there's another enemy on screen, you have to worry about that other enemy's damage at the same time, and it just becomes a complete cluster heck. Not great for anyone involved. Do I have any new guns currently? No. Well, you know, outside of the combine rifle, but it is out of energy. Glad that thing's dead. Is there another displacer beast down here? There is! Oh my god. Really? Another one. Another one. Now, each level of this shambling round should be taken out by a single heroine, and it was. And then the top of the shambling round stuck around for long enough to deal damage to the Agonizer. I really appreciate that game. Whew. That room gets a lot more difficult. This is also actually not a great room. I'm not talking in terms of design. I'm talking in terms of, like, survivability. Thankfully, we have long-range weaponry. So we'll be good. Damn it. We've definitely gone in the wrong direction so far, by the way. All these wall bouncing shots are really annoying. They mean that I have to check absolutely every direction because a bullet could be coming from anywhere. Trust no one, not even yourself. Yeah, this is definitely going back in the other direction. Okay, so I'll cut my losses and just take the other path instead. Just pop out for the quick shot. Hell yeah. Make that a bullet. Hell yeah. I would have pulled out the gun that says bullet and made it say bullet for me, but it no longer says bullet. Ugh. It's now just unusable. Doesn't even say bullet anymore. Shake the my damn head. Death will disappear as soon as I kill all of the other enemies in the room, so we're fine. That has to be a refill in heroin. It's actually essential. Wow, that snowball was enough for the heroin by itself, I believe, to kill an agonizer. I think heroin will actually be a completely fine boss weapon in this fight, this upcoming fight, which is good because it has to be. We don't have that many choices. Now, I usually like to swap to a knockback weapon here, just because it becomes really easy to knock those orbs off of their pedestal when they come around those corners in particular. But I don't know, I'm getting into the groove of the heroin right now, and I kind of want to use nothing but. One shot, one kill. One shot, one... Oh. I still hate that these don't have... Oh my god. I think I just got hit by one of my own bees that flew into one of the red Gungeoneers there. Which is just annoying as hell. How do you dodge the bees? They're auto-aim. Apparently, if you fire the Scrambler against the red cloaked Gungeoneers, you can just die. Like, it can just kill you with just the Scrambler. Now, this is definitely a pretty long bullet hell. We've taken a lot of redundant paths so far, and this is another one. Yeah. I was about to say, I don't think that trend's ending right now. I kind of want to, like, full complete it. If it wasn't for any ammo restrictions, I would try and just full complete bullet hell here to try and find some more muzzle wisps to fight. I'll stay here. Keep myself safe from those shots, from the shot grub. So yeah, this is the final split of 3. There's 2 rooms and then the boss room. So if on the second room you find a dead end, obviously you're going the wrong way. But if you're on the second room and there is no dead end, then you're definitely going the right way. I'm actually going to change weapon to the Roton here. Just because I want something that fires a little more instantaneously. Okay, never mind. Ammo is no longer a concern. We're full completing this floor. I mean, it's only going to be like 4 or 5 extra rooms, depending. Okay, it's going to be like 5 extra rooms now. Because this was the correct path. If this was the wrong path, then full completing was going to be nothing. Taking the center of the map there is a little bit risky, but since we have flight, not a problem. I love that an enemy just fell off, and I just get to hear that in the distance. Just someone succumbing to the abyss. They stared too deeply into it, and it stared back. This isn't going to have any muzzle wisps in it. Damn this to heck. Bullet heck, that is. Let's refill the combine rifle. So it got 100 from a previous refill, which is 20% of 500. Yeah, okay, so it is 20% on other weapons. It's worth, you know, clarifying and re-clarifying again and again and again, just to make sure I'm not wrong. Because the kind of thing is, when I learn information about a game like this, I don't just unlearn it immediately. So it's really important I get the right thing the first time. Otherwise, I'll have to be reminded so many times after that of the actual fact. Okay, here's some muzzle wisps. And there's also another room. Usually you have the same... I'm pretty sure this is true, that every bullet hell has every room that exists in bullet hell. Or do they just have most of them? I can't recall. Okay, good. This is exactly the room I was looking for. Because it has a bunch of muzzle wisps in it. Hell yeah. That's not going to complete the mouse and rifle quest, but it's going to go a fair way there. So this room gets really difficult if you don't have the ability to one-shot these, but we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! I screwed up my roll, and since I took damage, it actually reset my charge on that shot, which is why it ended up being a problem. Look, I'll go back and get my heart. I didn't think I saved any hearts this floor. Why have I still got a saved heart? Eh, whatever. What should be in my offhand? Combined rifle is definitely for the second phase of the fight. Probably just heroin and... I don't feel good about the sticky crossbow. Probably just heroin and rattler to start off with. This is the exact attack pattern I hate, by the way. Yeah, I'm just going to blank that. I've got a ridiculous amount of blanks. There's no reason that I should just be stealing them away, not using them for any reason. Okay. So we'll change our gun. Okay, the combined rifle already has the right opener. Beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-ful. Let's go. So with the snowball and the fact that this is a small arena and that this penetrates, we should just be able to deal a ridiculous amount of damage with the combined rifle here. Okay. And again. I mean, that's a pretty quick fight. Since we have nothing to bounce off of again, we should go back to the heroin here. So usually here you want to get in the most open spaces possible, but sometimes you're kind of a little locked off. Okay. Good blank at the good time. I think that window is actually being made a little wider. Usually I wouldn't have thought that was actually going to get it correct, but it did, and we're fine. That's a flawless lich. Heroin is ridiculous. Riddle of lead also, I have to imagine, helped a little bit. So we've discovered two new synergies, right? The triple crossbow and the sticky crossbow, giving the sticky crossbow triple shot, as well as the Book of Chests anatomy, as well as the letter R, acting as like a faux AK-47. Not bad. Not bad, all in all. One of those, thematically, I get. The other one, not really, but hey, it works, I guess. That's Marine to bullet hell right there. And we also got another infuriating note, as well as lowered the cost of the Nord keys. So we are still making progress until next time. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Enter the Gungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.